So in today's video I have another anniversary review. The album is Killer by Alice Cooper. Celebrating 50 years, the album was released on November 27, 1971. Also the year when Alice Cooper Band released Love to Death earlier. And album was produced by Bob Ezrin, released on Warner Brothers Music. So I've been a fan of Alice Cooper for many years. Actually the first album I bought was this one, Love to Death. And I do have a full review of that one when that anniversary was, which was a couple of months ago. I'll put that link to that video at the end of this video. But when I was younger, I actually never bought Killer. I just never saw it. I never saw it in the CD bins. But this is a Killer album. No pun intended. So, but I actually knew about the first song when I was young. They had that song on The Decline of the Western Civilization soundtrack. That one is right here. And I bought this, when I was maybe 18 or 19. And the reason why I bought it was the first song was Alice Cooper with Axl Rose, Slash, and Izzy, Under My Wheels. I saw Alice Cooper, I saw Guns N' Roses, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta buy this album. So that was the first time I heard the Under My Wheels song. But the rest of the album, I think the first time I heard it was maybe 6 or 7 years ago. That was when I first started using streaming services. But this is a great album, like I said. So let me talk about it more. So the songs on this album are often played live. It's one of those albums where I think every song has been played live at one point. This album has a very classic Alice Cooper sound, and the album does show off the band a lot. It's not just Alice doing his songs. It's, this is really a band album. So there are 8 songs, so let me talk about them. First song, Under My Wheels, written by Michael Bruce, Dennis Dunaway, and Bob Ezrin. This was the first single from the album, so this was one of the songs that has been played live over the years, and they have played it on every tour since 1971. It's just a straightforward, a blues rock song. It has that chorus, telephone is ringing, you got me on the run. Alice Cooper has that raspy voice when he sings that. And the song is pretty cool. It does have a horn section. It has a very rock and roll type of sound. Pretty cool guitar solo. Next one is Be My Lover, written by Michael Bruce. This is a classic rock song. Has that chord progression in the intro. Really good song if you want to hear the bass guitar. You hear that very well. Pretty cool chorus. Baby, if you wanna be my lover. And it has that pretty cool guitar riff, something like that. And in this song, Alice talks about he's coming from Detroit City. He's playing in the band. He's talking to this girl, and she asks him why is this singer named Alice? And she's like, baby, you just won't understand. Really great lyrics, and has a slow outro. Kind of gives the song a theatrical quality. But I really like this. All these songs are great songs. Next is Halo of Flies, probably my favorite Alice Cooper song. Out of every song, 50 years and 28 albums worth of music, this is my favorite. And it's just a song. It just shows off the band. It's not just Alice himself singing. It's just Alice and the band. So they're going for a long progressive rock style in the style of King Crimson. They released this as a single in the Netherlands, which actually did pretty well over there. Slow building intro, almost like the Twilight Zone kind of intro. It's and then it just keeps building and building. The melody has so many different parts, so many. You hear the bass guitar, you hear the keyboards. Kind of goes into a galloping guitar section, and then has those I guess phaser types of guitar effects. You would hear that later on Billion Dollar Baby's album. After about 4 minutes, kind of slows down. Then it goes into a harder rocking section, with that pick scraping, almost and then Alice singing I crossed the ocean where no one could see. After that, kind of goes into some psychedelic rock. Then it has some orchestral moments in the song. It's just a very complex and long song. It's really awesome. There's a bass solo, there's a drum solo towards the end. Then the band continues with the melodies, and it's one of those songs that's 8 minutes long, and you do hear the band a lot. It's not just Alice singing. Next, Desperado. This was written by Alice Cooper and Michael Bruce. Now, I did read a couple of sources. Some say it was about like Jim Morrison, who just died a few months prior, and then there's some other sources saying it was like a character from a Western movie, and that kind of like would make more sense if you like looked at the lyrics. You know, it's a slow song. Alice sings like a crooning style in the first section. Then he uses like the raspy voice in like the chorus. You know, you can tell it's like a Bob Ezrin production. It does have that like big orchestral sound. You know, pretty cool. You know, the song ends like with the lyrics. You know, I'm a killer, I'm a clown. So this is a pretty cool song. You know, really like this one. Next is You Drive Me Nervous. This was written by Alice Cooper, Michael Bruce, and Bob Ezrin. So it was a hard rocker. It has some pretty cool like guitar fills, and just one of those songs has those you know, classic Alice Cooper sound. After that, Yeah Yeah Yeah, another rocker, really great guitar riff. Another song with like a great bass sound. You know, I think the drumming stands out in the song, especially like in the middle part of the song. They do add like a harmonica solo. Really great chorus. It's like yeah 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 down and down down and down and down and down. And this song actually has like Rick Derringer on guitar. He was on this song, and he was actually on Under My Wheels. So pretty cool, a little bit of information. Next is Dead Babies. Very slow and haunting song. And you're thinking the title, you know, is it shock rock? Is it like a really like dark song? No, songs actually has a deeper meaning. It's about negligent parents. So you know, it's a very dark. You know, they have the line about, you know, little Betty being able to reach a bottle of aspirin, and then, you know, Alice sings the chorus. It's like dead babies can take care of themselves. Wow 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 wow. Dead babies take things off the shelf. These lyrics also mention parents using drugs and alcohol. So one of the lines is like, Mommy's on the bar most every night. And the song has some like Beatles harmonies and that like sound, and really a great song. Last song is the title track, Killer. Very cool song, has kind of like a psychedelic rock sound to it. And another song where like the band stands out. You know, there's not like really a whole lot of lyrics on the song. One of those songs that has that like classic Alice Cooper sound. Very haunting interlude in the middle. It has like some screams in the background and some slow keyboard parts. You know, goes on for a few minutes, and then, you know, there's a long like instrumental section in this song. Then that's these like strange like futuristic sound. Kind of sounds like a spaceship taking off or something like that. I don't know, but that's just how the album ends. I guess they do have some reason for doing that, like sound effect in the end. But that's the album in conclusion. Not really much more to say about it. It is a 10 out of 10 album. So if you're new to Alice Cooper, I do recommend this album. I recommend Love to Death. I recommend $1 Billion Babies. And I recommend, this is his first solo album, Welcome to My Nightmare. I would say like go out and like either stream those or buy those. And that would be like the basis for you, you know, finding out what Alice Cooper's all about. Then after that, you go listen to his other stuff. You know, he's done like 50 years worth of music, and he's gone through different like phases and different like musical styles. So he has a lot to offer. I think he has like 27 or 28 albums. That's it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the album. Tomorrow, another classic rock review. Yes, Fragile. Then I'll do some heavy metal and Mastodon ranking video, and Thursday probably something else. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, check out the other videos I have linked. I'll put the other Alice Cooper videos right there, and see you in the next one.